Hi everyone, welcome back to Gina C Creates. Today I'm going to show you how to make this paper pumpkin shadow box for the fall season. Head over to ginacreates.com to download the free SVG file. Here are a few supplies you're going to need. You're going to need some Cricut tools and your Cricut scoring stylus. You're also going to need a 9x9 shadow box, some foam tape, craft glue, and a hot glue gun. And for cardstock, these are all the colors that I'm going to use. These are regular 65-pound cardstock. I have a yellow, a brown, 3 oranges, a green, and 2 reds. Once you have my SVG downloaded, you're going to find it in your download folder, and you're going to right click to extract all, and it will open a new folder. And inside you will find the SVG, the PNG, a DS specs, and your EPS. So we could just close that out because first we need to open up Design Space and upload the SVG file. So locate your folder and select the SVG file and click Open, and it will save it as a cut image. So hit Continue. And then we are just going to import it into our canvas. And you're just going to double check the size, make sure it's 11.5 for your 9x9 shadow box. If you're using a different size shadow box, you will have to resize accordingly. So now we are going to ungroup our SVGs. So you can right click and hit ungroup. And now you'll be able to select each piece by itself. I do have some score lines in here, but they upload as a regular cut lines. So I'm going to show you how to change those to scoring lines. So you're going to select the group of the line on top of the leaf and just change it to score. And you can see the 2 different layers in the leaf group. And we are just going to attach it so those scoring lines will stay on top of your leaf. And I also have scoring lines on top of my sunflower petals. And I group them together like this, so every line can change to a scoring line just with one click. So you're just going to select the score line group and change it to score, and then attach that group to the yellow leaf petals. And then next we are going to get the red leaf. And this also has cut lines on top, and we're going to change those to score lines. And then we're going to copy and paste because we're going to need a total of 7 leaves. So you can just copy and paste. And then I am going to turn 3 of the leaves a different color. It's up to you, whatever color you want to choose, but I'm just going to go with like a lighter red, like a red-orange color. And it's just going to select the leaf layer and change the color to that red-orange color. So now I have 2 different color leaves. And then you're ready to click Make It. And we're just going to cut on the mat. And you can also change your material size to 8.5 by 11. So this will order your leaves to cut within that area. So now we can move on to click Continue. And we're going to cut on Cardstock Plus. So you're going to make sure you have your scoring stylus in the clamp A. So we'll make sure your dial is cutting on Cardstock Plus. Open up clamp A, and we're going to drop in your scoring stylus. And then we're going to make sure our mat is nice and clean. It doesn't have any small debris on it because that can cause your cardstock to rip sometimes. We're going to load it into the Cricut, and it will do your scoring lines first, and then it will cut out your shape. Once you have it cut out, you can remove the excess paper, and you can curl back your mat to lift off the leaf. or you can use your Cricut spatula to help you get under your cardstock to lift off your pieces. And then next, along the scoring line, we're just going to fold them over um, on the leaf. So this is how your leaf should look. And if you don't have a scoring stylus, you can still use a straight edge like I'm doing here and go from one point across to the next point. And this will give you the same effect of folding your leaves. And then we are going to do the same thing to our sunflower petals. You're just going to fold them down the scoring lines down the middle. If not, you can use your flat edge to curl them over straight down the middle. And to layer our pumpkin together, I'm just using some foam dots, and I'm going to layer the top of the pumpkin first, and that is going to go on the back of the pumpkin layer, like so. And then next I'm going to take the middle layer and I'm going to put foam dots on that, just on the top and bottom and from side to side. And then you can place one in the middle for support. So we're just going to flip it over and align it right in the middle with the top and the bottom of the pumpkin and press them down. And then now we can add the top layer of the pumpkin. You just put one on top and bottom and the sides and layer that down. And that's it. And so next we are going to put together the sunflower. And I'm going to use craft glue to glue down my petals. So I'm just going to make a thin line around the edge of the solid brown circle. You can just lay down your whole craft glue. And I'm going to use a sharp edge just to push down so my fingers don't get all full of glue. And you're just going to spread these out like so. They have a little tab at the bottom of the petal, and that is where you're going to put the glue. And then you are going to space them out where they're barely touching each petal. And there should be 14 going all the way around. And then you're just going to do another layer of glue. And we are going to make the next row of petals and put them in between each of the bottoms. And for this little brown frail, we're just going to spread them apart and make it go around, just so these little brown lines can stick out. You're just going to keep curling it like so. And now we're going to layer the top of the middle sunflower down with some foam dots. And then we are just going to stick this in between. And you should still have some glue in there so it will stick. If not, you can add some glue. And then now you can glue on top of your shadow box backing, or you can trace out a piece of paper that is 12 by 12, and you can cut this template out and glue on top of your colored cardstock, just so you can switch out your shadow boxes for different seasons, and you won't have to ruin the backing. So I'm just going to lay out my leaves first. You could arrange them how you want, like pointing up or down and spreading them out. And just make sure you have a gap around the edges going around the shadow box, because that is where your frame is going to lay. And you don't want to get any of your leaves stuck in there. So I'm just using my hot glue gun to dab on the back and place it onto my cardstock paper. And then next we are going to glue down the pumpkin right in the center and on top of the leaves. And then next we can glue down the sunflower towards the edge of the pumpkin. And then add the pumpkin leaf and you're done. You can also add more leaves if you want to. You can change the colors, or you can even add text like "Hello Fall" to the front of your glass. I hope you get to try this out and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.